Welcome to New Rules, everybody. My name is Brent Mills, and the first new rules, salespeople have to stop selling us on things that we don't want. I mean, it's everywhere we go. Somebody's trying to put their hand in our pocket, and take out our hard-earned money. And on top of that, it's selling us on stuff that we don't even want. I've often told a story about a friend of mine that went to buy a truck. Now, when he went to buy this truck, he wanted a black truck. And, he gets to the lot and, I'm an easily sold type of person, but this guy, you can sell him anything. And so he gets to the lot and, all I know is the next day, he's driving a yellow truck. Now, I haven't seen a yellow truck since, Baywatch. But he's got this yellow truck that he probably didn't want anyway. The salesperson told him how good he looked in it. And, they drove it around a little bit. And, anyway, after a couple discounts, he's got this yellow truck. So, people have got to stop with this. When I go somewhere to get something, I want to get what I want. I don't want anything extra. And I'd like to get the best possible price when I do go to buy it. So, new rules. When I go to the gas station, the Quickie Mart, they've got to quit asking me if I'm a preferred customer, if I want to be a preferred customer. I mean, I'm in here every day for crying out loud. I'm not a preferred customer. I can buy coffee, gas, donuts. I don't know what I have to do other than come in here every day to be a preferred customer. Not to mention, think about all those little plastic things that are filling up our landfills. How about reducing your carbon footprint and putting some extra paper in the receipt at the pay at the pump, so I don't have to come in here and have this uncomfortable situation. So that's another one. New rules. The veterinarians have got to stop upselling us on services for our animals. It was maybe 3 years ago, and my mini schnauzer, Summer, I think she had mistaken maybe a shoestring for a spaghetti noodle. Anyway, we get to the vet. My dog is about to die, and I'm upset. And the vet's like, well, you can get it x-rayed. We got a single view x-ray that might tell us, what's wrong with her. Or you can get the triple view x-ray, and that'll definitely tell us what's wrong with her. Problem is, the triple view x-ray is like $300 more. Here I'm at the dilemma. My dog's kind of old anyway. Do I really want to invest $600 to save her life? Of course I'm going to do that. So, I'm not going back to that vet anymore. In fact, a lot of the businesses that do this type of thing to me, I'm not going back there anymore. I don't mind spending. I don't mind even paying a premium on some of the prices. But I'm not stupid. Quit insulting my intelligence as a consumer. New rules. Salespeople have to start taking some sort of ethics training. I've been reading a book, Giving Voice to Values. It's by, you see here, Mary Gentile. We call it GVV. But, this book offers some good ideas for those that might might have some issue with ethics in whatever they do. Whether you're selling cars or working in the accounting department or working at the checkout counter at the Quickie Mart. We all have instances where there's an opportunity to not act ethically. Mary talks about having courage, and that's really just courage to step up. I don't want to say against the establishment, but a lot of times the systems where we work are set up to almost encourage us to have to act in ways, or do things that we might not want for ourselves or our own family. And having the courage to step up and and voice that if I'm going to have to behave this way, if my success, my compensation is tied to me, selling something that somebody probably doesn't need, or selling them a different version of it that's not in their best interest, I need to be able to say, hey, I'm not going to do that. And if the company or if the business isn't going to support that behavior, then it's probably not the place for me. I've been 100% commission my whole life, and if I don't sell something, then I don't eat. And when you're hungry, it'll make you do some things that you might not really want to do. Anyway, new rules. The book here talks about these cohorts that us as workers can get involved in, or even form. Cohorts with our colleagues, maybe even cohorts with those in a similar industry. And it's an opportunity to share experiences where we have maybe not acted ethically, and instances where there was an opportunity to not act ethically, but then do the right thing. I mean, let's face it. If you're selling cars or selling televisions or selling gym memberships, that's one thing. The result of that sale, long-term impact, is probably not going to be very significant. But what about if it's your mortgage on your home, or if it's your retirement plan? I mean, the investments, or your health care. I mean, that's life and death. Some of these people are as unscrupulous as as anybody. These guys will make a used car salesperson look like Mother Teresa. And so really being able to bounce ideas off of other people, and understand that these management directives aren't set in stone, and that they're I think Mary says they're really hypotheses for ways to conduct business. But a hypothesis is just an idea, just like the ideas that we can come up with for ways to do business, be successful, and and do right by our company, by our customers. And then finally, new rules. It gets pretty easy to start doing bad things once you start doing bad things. Mary talks about that slippery slope, and it is slippery. And we saw a video earlier this semester with, I believe it was Diane. Took a few bucks here, took a few bucks there. I think at the end of the day, she owes like $500,000 to her employer, and she's got to go spend 18 months or 3 years or something in prison. And it is a slippery slope. And while some people may be above it, there are instances or life situations where a large percentage of people wouldn't be above it. And not falling into that slippery slope. Understanding that cutting a corner here, will just give me I can rationalize cutting a larger corner next, and a larger corner next, and a larger corner next. And, after several more next, I'm going to find myself out of a job, possibly, out of a large fine, or even out of mainstream society. So anyway, this is a good book. Again, Mary Gentile, GVB, and I recommend anybody that's in sales to read it. So I hope you have a good night. Thank you for the semester, and thanks.